Welcome everybody, this is Laura at Lyman Joy, and today I'm going to do my first cash stuffing of April. I'm going to unstuff and restuff my wallet and do a new savings challenge at the end. You don't want to miss it. Let's go. All right, today we're going to go ahead and just jump straight into this cash stuffing. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Laura at Lyman Joy. I'm a wife, a medical coder, and a mom of 6, and I'm on a journey to become debt-free and break generational cycles of debt so the next generation can live and give like they were meant to. So if that interests you, then I'd love for you to be part of a Lyman Joy community. Hit that subscribe button and hit the thumbs up button so others can find this video a little more easily. All right, let's get straight into first up in the unstuffing of my wallet to get it ready to be restuffed for this whole month so I can get myself all set up. All right, let me take a little drink here. Go ahead and get your stuff all set up and ready to go with me so that we can do this together. All right, so I go ahead and I take everything out of my wallet and get it completely unstuffed for the month. And if you can see here, there is nothing left in my cash envelopes. My kiddos had gotten every last dollar. So normally I'll take the dollars and put it into my dollar savings jar, but there's nothing to do that. So let's go ahead and move on to my change. I'm going to go ahead and dump all this out and we're going to put it into my savings challenge for my change. All right, so now that's all emptied. Let me go ahead and get you my savings challenges. I have this one is going to be for all my quarters and my silvers. And this will be for all of my pennies. So first up, I'm just going to go ahead and get all my pennies and put them in my penny jar. I last year put them all into this one and it was pretty good savings, but I really wanted to up the savings this year and see how much, if this was all filled with just silver, how much it would be. And then, you know, see how many pennies I can save in a year as well. Okay, that one's all good there. Let's go ahead and let's see, how much are we at right now? All right. 545. Okay, let me go ahead and put these in real quick and see where we're at. All right, we are at 1105, which I think is pretty good. I've been telling my kids to get excited and put stuff on the side as well, but doing pretty good there. We're going to keep that going and see what that'll be at the end of the year. Okay, now for restuffing my wallet. This is just what I do at the beginning of each cash stuffing, my very first cash stuffing. I empty the wallet and then I go ahead and refill it for the month. So all month in the month of March, I put money into each of these for my cash stuffing. I had 3 cash stuffings, so a little bit from every cash stuffing went into these envelopes. Now, all that I'm going to go ahead and put into my cash wallet for the entire month. This just kind of creates discipline so that I'm not spending money outside of what I actually have in these categories. And the goal really is I'd love to have money left over at the end of the month that I didn't spend that I can go ahead and put towards, you know, savings and things like that. On a normal basis, I usually don't have anything left over because I know you like to go and do life. Now, normally these ones I would be filling as well, but I'm still on a no spend for 4 months in 2024, so I'm not doing that right now. And I think that is the only ones other than, yep, that's it. Okay. So that is went ahead and filled for the month, all set and ready to go. My groceries and gasoline I keep in the checking account because I make money off of apps like Fetch for my groceries and things like Upside for my gasoline. So taking them out, it doesn't work as well for me. I like to have it kind of electronically paired to get my points and rewards for that. Okay, let's get on to the cash stuffing for the first one of April. Let's go ahead and open this up. Now I'm already done with March and we are on to here. We've set up the whole month at the beginning of the budget with me for the month where I put down all my bills all my money that's going to be, projected for my debt, my cash envelopes, sinking funds, and long-term savings. So now I've taken these numbers and I've just divided them by 3, and that is what we're going to use for our cash stuffing today. But before we do, I like to go ahead and just plan out my week, kind of see what's going on in life and making sure that I am thinking about those things when I'm doing my cash stuffing. So on Monday, I don't really have anything going on. I know Tuesday my son has a podiatry appointment. He plays rugby and got an ingrown toenail. Long story short, it's terrible. He needs to go get that fixed up. Wednesday, I don't really have anything. Let's see. Thursday, I actually am going to a organization fundraiser for Breaking the Chains. It's an organization here in California that combats sex trafficking that's happening right here all over California. Unfortunately, it's more rapid in every state across the United States than people think of. And so I like to always kind of support organizations like that to keep our children and our families safe. Okay, so going to that fundraiser. All right, Friday really is nothing. And then Saturday, I'm actually going to a funeral for a little boy that passed away. He was 14. He had congenital heart defects similar to my daughter. My daughter suffered from congenital heart defects her whole life. She's had 7 open heart surgeries. This little guy kind of endured the same thing and unfortunately lost his battle here recently to it, but is now fully restored and happy in heaven. So we're thankful for that. And then we have Serve Sunday. So we're just going to go ahead and celebrate him on Saturday, which I'm excited to celebrate his life, how miraculously he was, and how much impact he had in this world. All right, important things to remember is I'm still in a no spend, not to lose hope there. I need to keep it up. And then I'm going to also help my mother-in-law finish up moving. That's just for packing. No, that's about it. All right, so there's my plans for the week here. Now on to the actual breakdown. I went ahead and I have already wrote down everything here just to make it a little more simple and a little more straightforward. So I've put in all my bills that have fallen within the pay period. So my paychecks, my pay periods, I put them all down here. My first paycheck to my third paycheck because I combo cash stuff these together. So first cash stuffing, second cash stuffing, and third cash stuffing. I've put in all the bills between the first and the second cash stuffing right here. And all of those will go out automatically in my bill pay. I won't have to do anything. They'll automatically go. And then my cash envelopes, sinking funds, long term, I've divided those by 3 from my monthly budget because I cash stuff 3 times. So if you cash stuff twice, divide it by 2. If you cash stuff once, you're good with that monthly budget, or and so on and so forth. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put the total here. We have our income of $64.50. Now, $64.50 minus this $5,077 is leaving us with $1,373. And then we have our let's see, our bills here, $577. And then we have our cash envelopes for $175. That leaves us at $1198. And then we have my debt snowball and my extra HELOC payment. Anything left over goes straight to my HELOC. So we're going to do minus the $998. That's going to leave us about $200. I have the sinking funds of $135, leaving me $65, and that's what I put towards the rest of the savings challenge, which will leave us 0 here and 0 here. Good. So zero-based budget. All of my money has been told what to do and where to go, which really makes it a lot better. I thought the no spend would be harder logically than it is because I already do zero-based budgeting, because I already put in my wallet eating out and funds that I'm allowed to spend there. When I want to go do something else, the funds aren't there because I've already allocated them everywhere else. I've already taken all my credit cards and put them in the safe so I don't have access to them. So when I'm at a store, there is no impulse buying because I don't have access to impulse buy anything. So if you're struggling with, overspending, make it impossible for you to do it. take your ability away. Putting your cards into a safe or giving them to somebody that you trust that you can't spend on, or cutting them up if you just keep doing this repetition cycle and never getting out of it, then cut them up, okay? That's the best thing to do. Then you can go ahead and actually be more successful in your wealth building and your debt payoff because every dollar is doing what you want it to do and it's not just running away and you don't know where it's going. All right, let's go ahead and cash stuff. We're going to see how much money I have here. I should have the 175 plus the 135 plus the 65, which is, let's see here, 175, 135, and 65. It should be 375, hopefully. Let's see here. 20, 40. So 220s. And for 10s, I have 10, 20, 30, 110s. All right, so this should be 65. Let's see, 5, 10, 75. I meant 75. Perfect. Yep, because it's 375 is what I said. Perfect. We have 375. That's great. All right, now to cash stuff. All these areas. And while I like planning it out, it does take a little bit to figure it out once a month. It makes this process so much more easy and no guessing game of where my money is supposed to be going or not going and all those things. All right. So eating out is getting 15. And again, this is now I'm filling for the next month. I am filling this up for May. So a little bit from every cash stuffing until I get to May, and then I'll have all that money to use in May. The first time I did it, I just had a no spend month in these categories, which produced the money for the next month. Okay, date night. You could also do it where maybe you have a little extra money from a yard sale or something you sold, or something where you save money in groceries and you can start out that way to kind of fully fund it the first time. Kids, spending, eating out, all these we're still skipping until my 4 months of no spend in 2024 is done. All right, here we go. Let's see, 150 for childcare, 20, 40, 60, 80, 140, and 50. All right. Nice, nice, nice. Next up, we have my car registration. Pet care. Oh, I must have swapped them. Here we go. Pet care. We're doing 20. And poor Coda, oh my gosh, is miserable. He got like a hot spot. I don't know if you guys know what that is, like on his collar, kind of rubbed a little bit raw. And so I took it off and he got a little hot spot there and he's miserable. Definitely got him some stuff from like Chewy.com, which I love them. Shipped it to my house, put it on him. He's feeling a lot better. But I realized like, I think that I don't like not having a fund here, even though I was doing a no spend. So I decided to just put a little bit in here in case he needs anything else or needs to go to the vet. I'm just not feeling secure, not having anything, even though I was doing no spend. That's why I did that. I'm just going to put a little extra in here and there to protect us going forward because I actually had to take a little bit from my emergency spending to pay for that kind of little antibiotics for his hotspot. So good to know. Good to remember even on no spend, make sure you're filling those sinking funds to protect yourself because that's what's going to get you to go back in debt. All right, let me take one more little drink here and then we'll keep going. Oh, gotta have my coffee. Okay, next is that car registration is 25. Let's do 2 10s and a 5 because I got a lot of 5s going on here. Which I just used it all up for car registration. So here I go again, saving up more for the next one. Health is going to get 40. I'm going to do like a little bit of everything. Let's do 20, 30, okay, 40, and 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Perfect. Yes, there we go. And I'm trying to save up quite a bit in here because I have my daughter in something called like brain pain. It like helps your brain kind of relax out of, he says she's had chronic conditions her whole life. So I wanted to kind of mellow out that fight or flight, kind of rewire. And it's been amazing. If you've never heard of it, find something near you. That brain mapping is really amazing and definitely works really well. Okay, I've seen a lot of change. 25 kind of just takes you out of that, fight or flight mode and gets you a little more mellow, more relaxed, and definitely allows you to kind of heal from that. All right. School is going to get 5. Let's see what we did have in there. I think we just had 20. Yep. So now we have 25. That's perfect. And then haircuts is going to get 15. All right. And then clothing is going to get 5. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. All set and done for that right now. Now let's get that 65 and we're going to put it towards my new savings challenge. If you hadn't seen from last time, I received a new savings challenge from FWM Creation by Chris. It's a moving savings challenge. And it came with this little, binder and keychain. She's amazing. She's so sweet. I love partnering with her. And so I am going to go ahead and just start doing this slowly. So hopefully in about 2 years, a year or two. We don't have an exact date. When we're ready, I should say, we're hoping to move closer to family. All of our family has moved pretty much away, and so we don't want to live apart from them forever, but we're not exactly ready to move either. So we're kind of in that standstill. As you know, I'm paying off debt. I want to be debt-free before I move and things like that, which I know we'll get there. But while we're doing that, I think it might be a good idea to start putting money aside a little bit here and there to save to move so that when that time comes, I have enough money. So, and I feel like it's motivating and fun, and I get kind of bored if I don't have new things happening, and I get discouraged, and then I stop saving and stop doing budgeting. And so a lot of people will say, why don't you just focus on paying off all your debt, and then you can be debt free, and then you can put money aside for all these things. Well, it's my personality. Just kind of like Dave Ramsey says, he says that this is more a psychology game than it is a money and math game. For me, that's very, very true. That is why things like savings challenges and debt payoff challenges and sinking fund challenges, they help me because they motivate me. And motivation is absolutely the key when doing your budgeting and when breaking free from debt and building wealth. If you're not motivated, you're going to lose your steam. Then you're not going to save or pay off anything. So, or you might even go backwards because you just feel like the game's too hard and you don't want to push forward anymore. So do what works for you. Do what makes you motivated. Okay, I'm going to scratch one here and see how much it is. Looks like this packing in boxes savings challenge is 500. Let's see how much one of these little bubbles are. I have 65, I think. So we're just going to do it until it runs out. All right, so 75. So I'm going to have to do an IOU. So I'm going to do 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. So we owe packing and prepare box $10 that we'll put in it next time. Now, every cash stuffing I do for a little while, I'll probably be putting money into my savings challenge, and I'll cap off this one, and then we'll do one from this one, and then I'll do one from that one, and then one from that one for quite some time until maybe I want to add another savings challenge in. That way, it just gives me a little bit of a boost towards moving. And then, of course, as always, don't leave a ton of money at home. I like to take that and put that into my Wealthfront high yield savings account, and I'll put in some prompt money like this. Let me grab it. Maybe a fully funded one or complete, or even that I have 200 or something like that into my spot holder so that I know it's in Wealthfront, building that 5% interest for me. It's safe, but I kind of have that mental visual picture, which I really appreciate and enjoy and motivates me to save what I need to save and, get myself where I need to be. So, all right, for those of you that are new here and haven't watched my savings challenges and haven't watched what motivates me and keeps me going on those sinking funds, I'll put my last savings challenge right here that you can watch, and hopefully will get you inspired on more savings and more debt payoff. As always, find joy in the journey, and I will see you next time.